We're gonna be making a quick and easy, less than 30-minute recipe that's gonna definitely make your taste buds dance. With that being said, let's get it. To our pan, we're gonna add our ground beef. And of course, we're gonna break it up. Now that our meat is all brown, perfectly cooked all the way through, all right, we're gonna introduce our onions. And we're gonna cook our onions not until they're caramelized, but more so until they become slightly softened and translucent. We're gonna incorporate our onions with our ground meat. And I just wanna let you know, this recipe is definitely interchangeable. Use it with any type of minced meat. Doesn't matter if you wanna use ground chicken or let's say maybe even ground pork. We're gonna cook our onions for about 3 minutes. And once we're done, we're gonna introduce our garlic. One thing I forgot to mention, if after you finish cooking your minced meat or ground meat and there's a lot of excess oil in the pan, definitely drain that oil off. You don't want to keep all of that oil. It's not good. We're going to add some of our garlic. Just going to allow it to sit in the pan for a little bit. Allow it to toast up before we incorporate it. I'm going to go in and I'm going to add some garlic powder. Let's start seasoning our meat. I'm adding the garlic powder and the minced garlic simply because the garlic powder definitely has a different flavor profile. I'm going to go ahead and add some of my all-purpose seasoning, give it some extra flavor, along with a pinch of salt and ground black pepper, paprika for a nice little color. This is regular paprika, not smoked paprika. And I'm also going to add some dried thyme. If you have fresh thyme, you could definitely add fresh thyme as well. I'm going to go ahead and incorporate both the garlic and the seasoned meat. Everything is perfectly incorporated. So to the center of my pan, I am going to add some tomato paste, a couple tablespoons. That's going to help with the flavor as well as the color of the ground beef. Jazz things up a bit. Step our flavors up, of course. Give the meat a quick taste. Make sure everything is perfectly seasoned. We're starting to get our bits at the bottom of the pan. So we're going to go ahead and deglaze our pan. Give it a quick mix. Make sure everything is perfectly combined. Since we're using ground beef, let's add a little pinch of beef bouillon for an extra element of flavor. Give it a good stir one more time. And did I forget to mention this is a one-pot meal? So at this point in time, we are going to add our diced potatoes. I'm going to give it a good stir. Make sure the potatoes are situated perfectly in the pan. When it comes down to dicing the potatoes, try to dice all of the potatoes around the same size because it's really important when it comes to the cooking time. You don't want to have some potatoes perfectly cooked and other potatoes, you know, tough and coarse. That right there is not going to make for a perfect beef and potato recipe. All right, that's it, my love. We're gonna allow the potatoes to cook and soften for about 20 minutes. Lower our flame to medium heat. It's been about 20 minutes so far, so let's check. As you can see, most of the water is dried out of the skillet. This smells, ooh, the aroma is everything. It smells so delicious. Just gonna give it a final stir. Potatoes are definitely fork tender. You could just look at them and tell. However, if you want to stick a fork in the potatoes just to make sure, you definitely can. But in the meanwhile, we are going to add our cheddar cheese, okay? Add mozzarella, add provolone, add monster cheese, add whatever cheese you prefer. And that's about it, my loves. We are going to add a little dash of parsley. Where's that good old trusty cover? We're gonna cover it down once again. And at this point in time, no need for any additional flame or heat because the heat that's already trapped in the pan is gonna melt our cheese. So give it about 2 to 3 minutes and watch the magic happen. All right, after about 2 to 3 minutes, time for the moment of truth, all right? We're gonna go in for a delicious taste test. This is gorgeous. I'm super scared to eat because I don't know if you can see it, but the flame that's coming out of this potato. And if you know like me, potatoes bring the heat, all right? All right, let's see. If there's one thing, a potato recipe always brings heartiness to the dinner table. This recipe absolutely delicious, not over seasoned. I'm getting a pop of flavor from everything, not just the cheese, but from the seasonings that we added to our ground beef. Everything rocks perfectly together. Hit me up in the comment section because I'm super excited to read your comments in regards to this dish right here. It's gonna be super worth it. As always, thank you so much for tuning in, and I will catch you with another recipe.